All right. First, let's go through your vocabulary MCQ. Okay, so your first one over here online, you got it wrong. They only had a blank amount of food and water to share amongst themselves throughout the whole journey. So the keyword here is only, right? Only tells you that they didn't really have much, right? So you need to search for a word that means they didn't really have much food and water. So over here, you pick C. So C is wrong. When something is massive, right? Massive means really, really huge. That's massive. But you can't say they only had a massive amount of food and water because that would mean they only had a lot of food, which doesn't make sense, right? You only say only when things are lonely. So very little. Okay. So C is definitely not the correct word to use here. Now, which one do you think is the correct one? Make a quick guess. You know C is wrong.
I think it's A.
A is correct. Meager. All right.
What that mean? Because
Okay.
I don't know that meaning actually. So I know those two meaning does not fit. So I think A fits.
So when something is meager, it means that it's only a little bit. All right. So for example, um, let's say every day you walk past a toy shop and then you've always wanted to buy the, I don't know, the Pikachu figurine inside. It's a limited edition and they're selling it for $119, that kind of thing. And then you open your wallet, right, when you go past and you only had like $2. And so you think to yourself, with this meager amount of money, I will never be able to afford that Pikachu figurine. So it's like very little kind of thing. It's normally used to describe food and water and then sometimes money. So let's say you were in Africa and then you saw that there were a lot of poor children there who didn't have enough to eat. And every day they only had one palmful of rice to eat, that kind of thing.
Can this meager word use for money?
Yes, you can use it for money as well.
Eh?
Um,
Like somewhere got no.
yeah, yeah, maybe you are trapped inside like a underground cave, and then there's not enough oxygen, so you can say, oh, with this, there's not enough oxygen left in your tank. If you brought an oxygen tank, right? And then you can say, oh, according to my readings, we only have a meager amount of oxygen left. Um, guys, I think if we don't breathe slowly, we're all gonna die really fast, kind of thing. And then maybe the others would be like, oh, maybe we should kill everyone else here so that I can survive the longest and enjoy all the oxygen, kind of thing. Okay, so that's what meager means. Microscopic, you know what it means, right? It's so small, you have to use a microscope to look at it. Yeah. Miniature is the smaller version of something else. So, if you watch those like Japanese anime, that kind of thing, or Transformers, and then in the movies, right, the Transformer robots are so huge, they are towering, they're as tall as buildings. And then if you buy the like a toy, right, you can say, oh, this is a miniature figurine of the original Optimus Prime, that kind of thing, because it's downsized so much, the miniature. Okay, so that's the only one that you got it wrong for, but you corrected yourself. Very good. So you still get the point for this. Next, you got this correct. The foremen were taken what when they tried to make an alliance? They were taken captive. Okay,
What's
can you explain?
alliance?
Oh, alliance means you form an agreement with other people to help each other.
Jungle
So you have
tribe?
an alliance. yeah, different tribes can form together to form an alliance, different countries. You can even form an alliance with your friends in school. If you have like a lot of enemies, that kind of thing, then you can like form an alliance against them. So I think um at your age, there's a lot of like girls versus boys kind of thing, right? So y'all will dislike the girls, and then the girls will dislike you. So maybe in class, the girls will always sabotage the boys and always uh push all the blame to the boys, and the boys always get into trouble. So the boys decided to form an alliance so that there are more people talking in class,
Wait,
defend the boys kind of thing.
actually,
And
in
you
my
call yourself the Boys Alliance.
in the class, right, there's nothing like that one. In my
No?
class, it's just like the boy are very bad one, or like they're like shouting what like that, not listening to each other.
So in
Yeah,
your class the boys are really naughty.
then they don't any jungle travel one.
In that sense. Okay, okay. So an alliance is like people who band together for a common good. Yeah? Alliance. And if you form an alliance, right, that it also hints that it's not going to be forever kind of thing. Alliance. Hi
Refuge.
John. Welcome to the class. Okay, John, did you do your online work yet? Because if you did, I haven't seen it on the record. I might have to download it again. Did you do your online work?
I just finished.
Oh, you just finished. Okay, give me a second then. Let me
Because I cannot because of the competition.
no problem, no problem. I just have to download the results again so that I can see your answers, okay?
But then I
Yes.
didn't write everything.
Okay, okay.
Because I can't think of what to write.
That's okay. All right, so where were we? Okay, so I just went through question one with Zhejun. Question one, the correct answer is actually mega. You got it wrong. Okay, but Zhejun corrected himself. So mega means a little bit, right? So the keyword here is only, right? They only had a
I
little
don't know
bit
what is migri.
left. And now you know. It's not migi, it's meager. Meager. Okay?
What is meager?
A little bit.
I don't know what is meager.
I just told you it means a little bit.
So like just now I don't know what does meager mean.
And now you know. Okay. So, Zhejun, give John an example of a sentence with meager inside.
I only know a sentence with massive.
It's like this, like I had only a meager amount of oxygen because I was trapped in a lift for 10 hours. Something like
Yes.
that.
So he had a little bit of oxygen left only. Understand? Kind of?
Well, but I know a sentence that I can use massive.
Okay. Give me the sentence then.
I have a massive amount of Lego at home. But then the camera's wire is too short to show you all the Lego. It's
Okay.
outside.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You don't need to show me all your Lego, John. But we believe
And
that
there's
you have a
some in the
massive
cupboard
amount of Lego.
also.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, next. Question two. The answer is C, right? The foremen were taken captive. When you're taken captive, it means you're captured. Yeah, so taken
I
captive
don't know
means
also.
captured.
What's native?
Okay.
I don't know
Native,
anything.
native, right, means you live in that area your whole life. Native.
For the refuge.
Let me give you an example of a sentence with the word native first. Okay, so we can say the the kangaroo is native to Australia. Yeah, or I can say what are those cute otters? Yeah, the otters are native to Singapore.
Also, so that means they are close to Singapore.
Like they are from, that's where they come from.
Oh,
So native, like yeah, let me add that meaning as well. Where you come from. So maybe I can also say something like Chinese people are native to China. So actually all Chinese people, if you trace back your ancestors, right, they all actually come from somewhere in China.
What about the refuge, the A?
Okay, when you take refuge, right, you are looking for protection.
bukan. Bulat.
Protection.
Even though I don't have the gun.
So, for example, we can say it was raining really heavily, and John was forced to take refuge at the bus stop from the rain. Yeah. So he wanted to seek protection from the rain. Now, when you say take refuge, right, it isn't just avoiding the rain. Sometimes it's avoiding like danger as well. So let's say Zejin wasn't born in Singapore. Let's say Zejin was born in North Korea, where there's a crazy man there who dictates your entire life. Yeah. So Zejin wanted to escape North Korea. Right? He doesn't want to live there anymore. He's like, oh, I hate Kim Jong Un. So Zejin, right, decided to escape to South Korea and he took refuge there. So people who take refuge, right, are called refugees. So next time if you hear the word refugees, they are people who take refuge. Okay? They are seeking protection. So over here in Australia, there are a lot of refugees currently from the fighting that's being done, Russia against Ukraine, and then Israel against the Gaza Strip as well. So there are a lot of refugees.
Oh
They are people
no.
seeking refuge.
Is it
All right.
is it World War Three?
It's not World War III because not all the countries are fighting. Just Russia fighting Ukraine, and then Israel fighting a small part of itself, like a part of itself. It's technically considered the same country, but
Oh.
different people living in the same country. It's kind of like suddenly the Chinese all decided to attack the Indians, that kind of thing in Singapore. It's a bit like that, but it's in another part of the world. Hmm. It's complicated. Anyway, John, you wrote over here surprise. The foremen were taken surprise. You can't say taken surprise. You can say taken by surprise. Okay, but not taken surprise. Unless you can take people surprise. Like someone was surprised. Hey, so surprised. Surprise gone. You take a surprise. Can't be, right? So taken by surprise. Okay. Next, number 3. All right, this one, John, you got it wrong. So, John, you have a chance to correct yourself. You pick C. In the past, examples of disease were common. You don't say examples of disease. Yeah? Or rather, we can say examples of disease, but there's a better word here. So, C is definitely wrong. What's a better word that we can use for
A.
that's right. Okay, A. Outbreaks. Yeah? Outbreaks are
I
always
also don't know
linked
what it means. I also don't know what. Oh wait,
diseases.
actually I know what symptoms mean. Wait, but I don't really know what symptoms is.